guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing sort of another question type video, a more talkative type video. Recently on my channel, or not on my channel, recently on my Instagram page, if y'all don't follow me, link all of that is down below or on the screen. I asked people on my story to send me some questions or some topics to talk about in a video, because I really like talking. I like, having like videos where I can talk with you guys, or communicate about some things other than my fashion and beauty and all that stuff that I do on my channel. I do enjoy talking, especially about good topics or just questions in general. So I asked on my Instagram for you guys to send me some questions, some topics, any of that that you guys would want me to talk about, and I got some good questions and topics and stuff. So this video is basically gonna give answering those questions that you guys sent me, or discussing those topics. And yeah, so I'm tapping off my computer. I gotta read it off here because I'm using my phone to record. One day I'll have a camera, y'all, and we won't have this issue, but right now I don't. So I'm gonna be reading off my computer. So if y'all see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my computer. So someone asked me, how did I get interested in fitness? So pretty long story, but I'll shorten it down for y'all. So I was a competitive gymnast from the age of 10 until I want to say my freshman year of college, because I did a club team, but I stopped midway, and then I was trying to get on a college team. But when I graduated high school and stuff, or when I went to high school, my mom didn't put me into a club gymnastics facility, which is one of those gyms where it's not connected to your school or anything, where people can recruit you from and stuff. And my mom, she moved me out to the suburbs to go to school in the suburbs, thinking that doing gymnastics for my high school was gonna get me a scholarship. Didn't work out. I got recruited by some place in North Dakota. Did not want to go there. Don't even know anyone who exists in North Dakota, but yeah, so I was doing gymnastics, and growing up, gymnastics was always like a gateway for me, and the stuff I used to go through, it was like my happy place, and it was like a part of me. And then when I graduated high school, I was training to try to walk onto, at the time, Kent State. I was going to college my first semester at Kent State. I was planning to walk onto their gymnastics team for beam or possibly floor, but I stopped. I was getting trained by my coach, who was a U of M gymnast, so she was up there. So I was really training for it, and then I stopped. And then when I got to college, I got really depressed. And that's what I don't like to say, depressed, because I believe in God, and I believe anything can be lifted off of me. But I was very sad at the time, because I was used to going, and it was my first time away from home. I had a lot of stuff going on at home, and I didn't really know how to handle it for real. And then with my happy place being gone, which was gymnastics, I had nowhere to turn. And then when I went back to the club team at Kent State for gymnastics, I had a wonderful time. I loved it, but I didn't have my skills because I wasn't eating properly, I wasn't exercising, I wasn't conditioning, I wasn't doing anything, and it depressed me so bad. And then I had to take a exercise or physical education class at Kent. It was a requirement, and I took a weights class, and every week they would have us do time ourselves. We have to run a certain amount of laps and timed ourselves, and this sort of got me into my fitness journey, because anybody who knows me knows I'm very competitive, and I'm up for a challenge. I really like challenges. So I was running, and each day that I went to that class and I had to run, I would see if I could beat my time by a minute. And I kept going and kept getting into the workout scene. And that's when Instagram really started having little fitness gurus and stuff. So I started looking into those, and then when I started really working out by myself, for myself, to get myself together, because I had gained a little bit of weight some people might have thought I was tripping, but I saw how my body was changing. I gained a little weight, and then I burned that boy right off, and I just kept on working out, and then I just gained a love for it, because just like gymnastics, it was a challenge trying to push yourself past your limit or past what you think you can do. So yeah, someone said, sewing girl, put me hip to an outfit or something. So if I don't have it up already, I'm going to have a video up about sewing, and this is sort of like it is my first video with me talking about sewing, not even talking about, but showing you guys my tricks and stuff. But I love sewing. If y'all didn't know, I love recreating outfits, so y'all will see that like really soon, like this week. What have you been doing to stay productive during this quarantine? So I have a love-hate relationship with this quarantine. I'm in love with the fact that I can be at home. I don't have any priorities other than school and my mental health. But I like to go outside. Not out. I like to go out sometimes, but I enjoy to go outside and enjoy life with people and not just myself. But for this quarantine, just sitting in the house, I struggle with anxiety. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I have terrible anxiety, like to the point where it makes my chest hurt and I feel like I can't breathe. And I was thinking I had the Rona because I couldn't breathe, but it's really just my anxiety. But anyway, so what I've been doing is keeping myself busy with my little hobbies and my, with YouTube, with singing, with music, with drawing, sewing, like little hobbies that I do, and just doing my makeup or my hair and trying natural home remedies for hair and face and all that. I've literally just been getting into all my little hobbies and my little fun stuff that I like to do outside of school and my work life, because I've honestly, not even gonna hold y'all, I've been struggling with when it came to giving myself time for my hobbies and stuff that makes me happy and the stuff that gets all this extra stuff off my mind. So this quarantine has honestly helped me not think about nothing but myself. And that sounds selfish, but I've spent most of my time thinking about everybody around me and the stuff I have to do for others. And now I've been focusing on me, keeping myself busy with, basic hobby stuff. And then I like dolling myself up for no reason. Like, I'm the type of girl who will sit home, watch all her favorite shows, drink her favorite tea and her oils, and my hair, deep conditioning my hair and trying stuff with my hair and moisturizing and stuff. So that's how I've been holding myself up with my hobbies, because outside of that, I am going freaking nuts, and I know everybody else is too. So curly hair tutorials, easing sewing, clothing hacks. Like I said again, it will be out this week. If not this week, next week. If not now, you're gonna see them. I have some lined up. I finally have the time where I can spend all my free time on YouTube and my DIYs and my hobbies. Like, I have all the time in the world now with this quarantine, so y'all will see all of those hair videos. How do you get your curls popping? So I actually already have a video up about how I get my curls like this. It is, what I have in my hair now is Aussie curls. Go look at that video. It is very, 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 very fire. And I'm not just saying that. I never recommend any products outside of the ones that have helped me tremendously. So go to my countless curly hair videos, because I have them all over my page. Watch some of my videos while you're bored during this quarantine. How do you stick to your long-term goals even though you're not seeing results right away? I really like this question, because this is something I struggle with even today. So with sticking to my long-term goals and not seeing results, so I believe in God. I am a Christian, and a long time ago it was prophesied to me that some things were gonna happen for me. And really, I just, at the time I didn't really know what I wanted to do, where I was going, what I had in mind with what I wanted to do with my life. But that moment 5 years ago pushed me. It was like 5 or 6 years ago. It pushed me to, like, you know, really tap into my hobbies, really tap into what I love, and, you know, figuring out what I want to do with my life. And once I figured that out, I just kept at it. And I want to say what keeps me, like, focused and what keeps me in high hopes would be knowing that my God does not lie. My God tells me things and does things for me better than I can ever think in my own head. And not just knowing that, just having that experience. So my faith and what I know is going to happen, if I keep on going towards my goals, even though I'm not seeing anything, I know it's going to happen because I have that faith that's going to, you know, God's gonna work it out for me. I know that. So basically just my faith and just keeping it pushing even when I don't get the results. Because even with this, like, I don't get really the most views. I don't have any outlets or any extra cash to do the things that I want to do. I don't have a photography team or a modeling agency. I don't have any of that, but I know all the talents and all the things that God has given me that I can put to use and figure it out on my own. Just knowing what God has placed into you, and, like, knowing, like, I don't need all this extra stuff. All I need is me and God and what He placed in me to do. And this might be different for other people, but, like, I know that when it comes to me, I know for Him, He wants me to work harder and tap into, you know, everything I can do, and just really tapping in, because I don't even want to sound like this, like, I don't even want to sound cocky, but, like, I don't need anybody but God. And that's, like, the honest truth. Like, I don't need anybody. I can make things happen, and then people will come along. But I used to be, like, really sad because nobody would be helping with me. Nobody would want to, oh, let's work. Like, I'll keep pushing things out, and nobody's coming back. But honestly, I felt like that was a sign from God to tell me to focus on me and my work, and people will come later, and things will come later, and support will come later. So just having that faith and knowing that in myself helps me. But yeah, not seeing results right away is the most discouraging thing you can see, because, like, honestly, I've been doing things for, like, years, still don't see results. But just having that faith, get y'all some faith. Having that faith will push you through all of that, and it'll make you forget about, you know, all that discouraging, and just praying too. Really tapping into prayer, because when I feel myself getting discouraged, because I'll feel myself countlessly being like, bro, I have been putting in so much work, and I've been doing this and that and this and that, and this person just started and they getting this and they doing that, and God, why you not doing this for me? And, like, the last time I did that, I prayed automatically, and He showed me, as soon as I opened my phone, He showed me and was like, focus on you. Focus on what your projects, your work, and doing what you love, and I'll do the rest. So that is what I do. How to not get in the habit of comparing your journey to others. So that is exactly what I was just saying. I'm human. Not gonna lie to y'all, I compare myself all the time. I compare myself daily, and that is, like, the devil of Instagram and YouTube and all of that. It makes you compare yourself to others, and everybody's journey is different. And that's what I had to realize, like, because y'all, I'm not even going to hold you behind this camera, behind this scene. I am always sad about that, because I don't think anybody realizes how much work I put in on, you know, my loves and everything I love to do, and just my hobbies and my career and what I want to do with my life, and I see nothing. And I'm like, it always results to me being like, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough money, I don't have the resources, I'm not popular enough, I don't know enough people, I don't go out. But then it's like, you are you, and you can only do you the best way you can. Nobody else can be you. So you use that to your best ability, and you focus on your work and what you have to do and your art. And when you do that, it's going to portray all through your work. Like, all of that's going to show, and people will come to you when needed or when it's time. Like, God's just preparing you. So try not to compare yourself, because I know how that feels, because I do it all the time. time. It hurts, but just know your work will show more for you than you just feeling down about, you know, comparing yourself to what other people can do or what they are doing. Their calling is not your calling. Your calling is not their calling. Just do you the best way you can. What's your favorite song right now? Like I Want You. Like I Want You by Giveon. I don't know how to say his name, but I just discovered him like not too long ago, so I really like that song. Who's most inspiring to you when it comes to your aspirations? This sounds a little cliche, but my boyfriend. I hope he watches this so he can see it. But no, honestly, he's such a man of God. I love it. I just love it. On a serious note, he's so focused and so determined and so motivated and has so much faith and just, he does so much, like, just focusing on him and his project and perfecting his craft, and it's so inspiring. Like, he, like, of course he's human too. He has those times where he compares himself and stuff, but he depends more so on himself and God than anything else or anybody else, and doesn't, like, even if things around him could be happening or if he pushed things out a different way and could have made things happen by now, he knows to trust God's timing, God's plan, God's all of that. He just knows to trust, like, the timing and to listen to what God is telling him to do and not more so what his mind is saying to do, if that makes any sense. But yeah, he's the most inspiring to me because he just works so hard and he doesn't depend on anybody but God for anything, and has been shown countless blessings and just has progressed, like, from here to here. Like, with everything he's doing or trying to do with his career, I've been there, like, watching it step by step, and like, he's gotten to the point where he's teaching himself how to do things that, you know, you would need to learn in a class. Just an overachiever, like, and it's inspiring. That's what pushes me the most, honestly, because without that motivating energy around me, I would be slacking and sulking and sad. So yeah, Michael, he's my inspiration. What's a weird thing people don't know about you that you do? I'm a bad liar and I laugh when I'm uncomfortable. I think that's, I don't know. If you're my friend or if you know me for real, comment in the comments what y'all think it is, because I can't really, I mean, I do a lot of weird stuff. I'm just a weird human being, and I mean, I've always been that way, so what might be weird to y'all is normal to me. So I'm gonna just say I giggle when I'm uncomfortable. Tell us about the worst date you've been on. So this is like a little embarrassing, but not embarrassing at the same time. So yeah, I've been in the same relationship for 6 years, 6 plus, honestly, about to be 7 years. And I've been in this relationship since I was 16 years old. I didn't really go on dates. I have never had that experience for real because I've been with the same person since 10th grade, 10th, 11th grade in high school. The only dates I've been on would have been with him for real. Like, even when I used to be in other relationships, I've never gone on dates with him. Like, going to a football game at your school does not count. Going to, school events do not count. Like, I've never really been on a date to have a bad experience or, like, you know, and I don't think that's ever going to happen anytime. Ever or soon or ever. Please God, never. But yeah. What are you most afraid of? I don't want to say I'm afraid of anything because I don't fear anything but God. But I am human. And I want to say I don't fear, but I don't like. I strongly dislike. I don't want failure. I really just, I can't, that doesn't settle in my mental, and I have really strong pride when it comes to that. Like, it's really bad. Like, Michael, my boyfriend, tells me about it all the time, how my pride is really bad, and I just can't, I just won't fail, which is bad because you're supposed to fail to learn from that failure sometimes, if y'all get what I mean. But I hate failing. anything but failure. And when I get into that like state where I feel like I failed, I just shut down. Like, that's the one thing that I really cannot handle the best. What made you start your YouTube channel? So I think I talked about this in one of my older videos. Basically, I used to come on here because I love like fashion, I love beauty. As y'all can see, if y'all watched anything on my channel, I used to go on YouTube and watch YouTubers do makeup and hair and outfits and thrift flips, and I used to watch get ready with me's and just lifestyle type videos, which I also want to do as well because I'm into that too. I want y'all to know more about me and my life and how I do things, and you know, my personal experiences once I, you know, get in a situation where y'all could see videos of it. But I used to watch K and Kosh. If y'all don't know who that is, y'all can look them up. I used to watch them, and they're like get ready with me's and stuff used to really inspire me to want to start mine, because I'm like, ooh, I love this. They're just talking, which I love to talk. They're just talking and doing their makeup and their hair and showing you how to do things and DIYs, and I just lifestyle stuff, and I loved it. So then I was like, this is what I want to do. I love this. I want to show y'all everything. Like, I want to show y'all how I got, you know, my mentality for this stuff, or like the deeper story and meaning behind my hair stuff and my makeup stuff and my clothing and stuff, because it's not just I love it. It's really, honestly, I have stories behind why I gotten into all of this stuff. So yeah, that's really what made me start my YouTube channel. And Alyssa Forever, my favorite. She's my all-time favorite YouTuber on this planet. If you ever see this video, I love you to pieces. You literally inspire me, like with the hair, with the DIYs, with the everything. Like, most memorable college experience. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all, my first like year and a half, I was a lame. And I mean a lame by like not really going to things, being very quiet and antisocial. Like, but I'm not really antisocial. I'm just really to myself and quiet until I, like, you know, feel things out and, like, you know, jump into things. But I was also going through a lot during those times. So I would say my most memorable college experience would be becoming a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, because I worked really, really, really hard to try to get this, and it was just a good little milestone. Like, I don't know if milestones is the right word, but it was just a goal that I had set from, like, not even in college, like forever ago. Like, just a goal that I set that I always wanted, and I achieved it. And it was just a great experience and just different, you know. Once I became a member, like, just life changed for, I would say, the better. So yeah. How do you stay motivated when it comes to working out in your journey? So I really have bad habits when it comes to staying motivated. So I don't recommend this this way, because it might not work for everybody. So what keeps me motivated is my Instagram feed. That sounds bad, but that is the truth. I follow all the, like, I would literally follow people that I wanted to look like, or I would follow people who are, you know, my inspirations, and I would follow them. And when I start feeling bad and not working out and not really doing anything, I'll just scroll down my timeline until I start feeling bad. Like, dang, I'm just sitting here eating chips, watching TV, not doing nothing. And then I would just, I don't know, it would just motivate me to get up and do it. And I guess that's my competitive spirit. With my journey, what keeps me motivated is the small change. And people, they take that for granted. People want to see huge change, but when I see just a incy-bincy little bit of change, like, it just was like, yeah, boy, I'm about to keep on going. It'll make me want to work harder. What gives you inspiration for your projects and ideas? This might sound a little cliche too, but who cares? I don't care. God places these images in my head, and that might sound crazy to y'all, but like, this has been happening to me since forever. Like, ideas will just pop up in my head. It'll just pop, like, even when I do my workouts or anything, like, I'll sit there and I'll have to sit for a minute, and then an idea will pop out of nowhere, and I know that's God just giving me ideas. And just my inspiration, like, for different things. So Instagram, Pinterest. I have Pinterest folders full of things that, you know, give me ideas or, you know, inspire me to do certain things. So just having inspiring and motivating energies and content around me inspires my ideas and stuff. So yeah, thank y'all for coming to my channel again. That is it. Let me know what else y'all would want to see. Again, I say this every time I end my videos. Please comment down below and tell me how y'all think I should end these videos, because I say the same things. Yeah, give me some ideas, shoot me some. Thank y'all again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am on the journey to 500 subscribers, so please help your girl out and subscribe and like and comment. Thank y'all. See y'all. Bye.